The walls were cold and dripping, the chains were heavy steel. My back was raw and bleeding from the anger I could feel. We were down there in the darkness, in the belly of the jail, just two more broken prisoners whose mission seemed to fail. We'd preached about your freedom, we'd preached about your grace. Now we're locked inside this dungeon, in this God-forsaken place. And the silence was a monster, just waiting to devour every little bit of hope we had in that dark and final hour. My spirit started sinking, my faith began to fray, till my brother Silas looked at me and I heard him start to pray, then say, and we were singing in chains in the middle of the night, with bruised and broken bodies, but our souls were filled with light. We sang about the Savior, we sang about His love, and the sound of humble worship reached the Father up above. And the earth began to tremble, and the prison doors flew wide, 'cause the power of our praises had nowhere left to hide. The jailer awoke in terror, drew his sword to end his life. Thought that all the prisoners had run off in the strife, but we shouted, do no harm, friend, we are all still standing here. And he fell down on his own two knees, overcome by holy fear. He asked us, what must I do, sirs, to be saved from my own sin? And the gospel broke right through the bars and found its way right in, 'cause we were singing in chains in the middle of the night, with bruised and broken bodies, but our souls were filled with light. We sang about the Savior, we sang about His love, and the sound of humble worship reached the Father up above. And the earth began to tremble, and the prison doors flew wide, 'cause the power of our praises had nowhere left to hide. So if you're in your own dark prison, bound by fear or doubt or pain, remember Paul and Silas and start calling on His name. 'Cause the walls might shake around you, and the chains might fall away, when you lift your voice and worship at the closing of the day, singing in chains till the whole world hears the sound.
My house was built upon the wall of a city doomed to fall. I lived my life the best I could, which wasn't good at all. I'd heard the stories of their God, the one who dried the sea, and a whisper in my spirit said, could He have grace for me? Then two strangers came a-knocking with fear inside their eyes, running from the soldiers underneath the angry skies. And I hit them in the flag stalks, though I didn't know just why. Just a feeling that their God was real, the Lord of earth and sky. And they made a solemn promise as they climbed down from my roof. A single strand of scarlet thread would be my only proof. And that scarlet cord hanging from my window high above was a fragile sign of faith, Lord, and a sign of your great love. While the walls came crashing down and the trumpets blew their sound, my house was the only thing left standing on that holy ground. And a woman who deserved to die was saved by grace instead. All because I trusted in a single scarlet thread. And I think about that story when I look at my own sin. The walls of Jericho I've built to keep your spirit in or out. I've lived my life upon the edge of ruin and despair, and I've wondered if your mercy could ever reach me there. But that cord reminds me of a blood that flowed so free from another broken promise on a hill called Calvary. And that scarlet cord hanging from my window high above is a fragile sign of faith, Lord, and a sign of your great love. While the walls come crashing down and the trumpets blow their sound, my soul is the only thing left standing on this holy ground. And a sinner who deserved to die is saved by grace instead. All because I trusted in a single scarlet thread. It doesn't matter who you are, it doesn't matter where you've been. That cord of blood is strong enough to pull a sinner in from the judgment that is coming to a place of perfect peace. Just hang it from your window and your strivings all can cease. The scarlet cord hanging down for me, the scarlet cord, my only hope and plea, the scarlet cord. I came to you that morning, Lord, I knelt down in the dust. I said, good teacher, tell me please,
In what should my soul trust? I've kept the laws, I've done the deeds since I was just a boy. So what's the final thing I lack to find eternal joy? I thought I had it figured out. I thought I'd paid the price. Just needed one last little word, your holy good advice. And you looked at me with kindness, Lord, a love deep in your eyes. You saw the one last idol that my own heart couldn't disguise. You said, go sell all you possess and give it to the poor, and come and follow me. And then you didn't say much more, and I was walking away sad from the best thing I ever knew. 'Cause the price of that salvation was a thing I couldn't do. My riches were my prison, my comfort was my chain, and the freedom you were offering just felt too much like pain. And the saddest words in all the world that my own soul ever had were the silent steps I took away, just walking away sad. And I think about my own life and the things I hold so tight, the little gods I serve inside. When I turn out the light, my reputation, my own plans, I need to be secure. The temporary treasures that will never quite endure. And you ask me for that one thing, the thing I love the most, and I stand there like that rich young man counting up the cost, and I'm walking away sad from the best thing I could know. 'Cause the price of true discipleship is letting everything go. My riches are my prison, my comfort is my chain, and the freedom you are offering just feels too much like pain. And the saddest words in all the world that my own soul ever had, what does it profit a man, Lord, if he gains the whole wide world and loses his own soul among the diamonds and the pearls? It's a narrow road you've called us to. It's a hard and costly love to trade the kingdoms of this earth for the kingdom up above. Walking away sad, Lord, break this chain in me.
Walking away sad,
Walking away sad, help me to be free. Don't let me walk away. Walking away sad.
Came to you by night, Lord, when the world was fast asleep. I was a ruler of the people with a status I must keep. I'd seen the signs you'd done, I knew you You came from God above, but my mind was full of questions about this sacrificial love. I thought my learning and my standing would surely be enough to understand the mysteries of your kingdom, strong and tough. And I asked you how a righteous man could see the Father's face, and I waited for your wisdom in that dark and quiet place. But the answer that you gave me, Lord, it cut right to the bone. It was a truth my mind could not accept, standing there alone. 'Cause you said I must be born again from water and the fire, a brand new start, a different heart, a heavenly desire. And all my years of study and my knowledge of the law were just rags before the mystery that left my soul in awe. 'Cause it's not about the things I know or the righteous things I've done. Unless I'm born again, my race cannot be truly won. You spoke about the Spirit like a wind that blows unseen. You spoke about a serpent raised to make a sinner clean. You spoke about a love so wide that God gave His own Son, so that anyone who trusts in Him would find their life begun. Not in the flesh, but in the soul, a miracle of grace. And I left you in the darkness with questions on my face. 'Cause you said I must be born again from water and the fire, a brand new start, a different heart, a heavenly desire. And all my years of study and my knowledge of the law were just rags before the mystery that left my soul in awe. 'Cause it's not about the things I know or the righteous things I've done. Unless I'm born again, my race cannot be truly won. And later on I saw you hanging high upon a tree, the very explanation of the words you spoke to me. That serpent in the wilderness, the sun lifted on high, the only way a soul like mine could ever truly die and live again.
Born again
By the Spirit